Right, just give me a second here, guys. Let me just check everything is working. Looks like we're good there. Okay, yeah. Right, so let's have a look then. How we're going to put our treasure room in here. Because this is where I want to put my treasure room now, ideally, on top of this build. And in order to do that, we're going to need black ice again. Nope, that's that way. Of course using the creative mode from this, as you probably guessed. I don't fancy farming all the resources. I mean, we're not really here for that. It's just a bit of a chill stream, just, you know, doing our thing and chatting to one another and kind of talking about what we like or don't like with Age of War at the minute. We know things are a bit up in the air, shall we say, with different people's opinions. I know some people really think that Age of War's just broken and an absolute problem at the minute, which, yes, there is a lot of problems on PC and on console, definitely. But we've got to kind of try and stick with it, I suppose, because at the end of the day we're not game developers, are we? Hello, nice to see you, how are you? Nice of you to join us, hope you're well. How's your week been? Right, so this, as I say, is going to be my treasure room. I may end up changing the floor yet.
Love your channel.
Thank you, Robert. That is very nice of you to say. Very, very much appreciated. Yeah, I'm pretty new to all this. This is a bit of a last-minute stream. I'm not even set up properly yet, like a lot of other people do, running it through a PC, etc. That's why I didn't have one scheduled, really. I just thought, you know what, I'm just here messing about on my server, updating my base a bit. Why don't we just go live, see if anybody would like to join. So here we are. Right. Now, do I want to go black ice again, or do I want to go insulated wood? Let's have a look. Let's see what the insulated wood looks like. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. I mean, it is just a treasure room. Going to be up here, out of the way. I don't know if it's going to be safe enough, but you know, we'll give it a try. Yeah, welcome to anyone that's in chat. If you just joined, nice to see you. Nice to have you with us. Hope the day's treating you well. As I say, we're just here, just chilling, just having a bit of a mess around, having a look at what we can do with our base at the moment. Might have to... Right. Might actually need to go up again. What do you reckon? I think we need to go up another level. Didn't really want to be doing... Whoops, that's the wrong way. Just excuse me using the build mode. As I say, we are just doing this for a bit of a chill and just, you know, hanging out, chatting about the Age of War, seeing what people think, what you're liking so far, what you're not liking. What are your hopes for Chapter 2 when it comes along? I know a lot of people want a lot of things fixed more than anything else. Me especially being a creator, it's very frustrating when things don't work properly. But you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? We've just got to grin and bear it, unfortunately. Right, so now if we go insulated wooden roof now, I made my building a bit taller than I originally planned, but I haven't really got the space to... Whoops! I haven't really got the space to build an additional building within the parameters of my sort of base, because obviously I don't want to make it too big, because it wouldn't be fair to other people that play on here as well to obviously, you know, limit them of how they can build, and then I just come along and yeah, whoop, see, talking and building at the same time. It's not easy till you've had a bit of practice. Alright, we'll get rid of those. Let's try again. Has anybody got any ideas for any future videos they'd like to see? Something if they're new to the game, something they don't know about, something they're interested in learning. Not saying I'm an absolute expert on it all, because I'm definitely not. There are some people that are a lot more skilled, if you will, at this game than myself. They've been playing it a heck of a lot longer and they know a lot more about it than I do. But, you know, we'll give it a go, we'll do what we can. Right, no, I don't want black ice inside. Let's go with insulated wood. That's better. Right. Oh no, this looks a bit weird at the minute, but bear with me.
Everything. I just started playing the game.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Are you enjoying it? Or is it unplayable for you? What are you playing on? Are you on PC or on console? Right, so then we want to put... It's not going to let me do that piece.
Yes, very much.
Cool.
PS4.
Oh, you're on PS4, right, I see. So I suppose you'll be getting a lot of the problems like I'm getting as well, with all the invisible elephants, for example. That's a lot of fun when you're trying to go to the savannah and farm elephants and they're there and you can hear them, but you just can't see them. Very frustrating. Especially when the boss elephant comes looking for you and you can't obviously see them, but you know about it once they hit you. Flipping heck do you know about it. Yeah. Right. We can block this side off here. That'll do like that. Now what we can do here is chuck in some ceiling pieces just to kind of close it in a little bit. You know, make it look a bit neater at least. This is one of the things I do enjoy about Conan is the building. Obviously if you play on the official servers you have to obviously farm all the resources and do all that, and I've been doing that for a long time now. I've got over 3,000 hours in the game and I just get to a point now where it's like, you know, why not just use, because this is my own server that I'm on, use the admin, which allows me to use the creative mode, which I'm using at the minute. If anybody that's new to the game, like I say, are new to the game, if you don't know what the creative build mode is, let me know and I'll quickly kind of talk you through what it is and how it works, because as you'll probably notice by my screen, I've got no health bar or anything showing at the minute. That's because I'm in the creative mode here, but if you don't know about it and you want to know a bit, let me know and I'll quickly talk through it. It's not a problem. Now then, do we want to double up this room?
Yes, please.
Yeah, of course. So what it is, this mode, if I exit it a minute, as you can see there, I'm in the normal game mode now. I've literally ignored those resources there. They're odd pieces that were when I just broke a piece earlier. When you go farming for your resources, normally in game, you have to use either a pick or a hatchet to get either your stone or your wood or bark or whatever it is you're getting. Sorry, bear with me a second, get a drink. That's better. Yeah, as I was saying, you've got to farm all your resources and essentially carry it all in your inventory, and then depending on what it is you're building, these pieces we're using here are what we call tier 3 building pieces. So they take a lot more materials to make. So for example, like you can see the brick, the wood and the iron reinforcements or the steel reinforcements there, it will take a certain number of each of these per piece. So if I was to bring up my hammer now and I go to insulated wood, as you can see I'm limited on what pieces I can use, but for example that door frame, it tells me on the right hand side there. Now on here we have everything lowered, so all the resource numbers and everything, so that's why it's only telling me one hardened brick, one iron reinforcement to make this piece. Now on official servers it might be a little bit more than that, so I would actually have to make the insulated wood on a carpenter's bench, and then I'd have to make the iron reinforcements on a blacksmith. However, if you are a server owner, as I am, and by the way, if you'd like to join, you are more than welcome. The details are just there at the bottom of the screen. We are up until this Sunday running boosted like XP and farming rates, etc., just as a bit of a booster for people that we've had running for 2 weeks since all the problem with the Nemedian foundations, and we had to recently restart this server almost 2 weeks ago on Sunday from scratch, and everybody had to lose everything and start again unfortunately because of a problem with it, which we've now hopefully fixed. So if you want to join, details are at the bottom of the screen. It is PvE, so we're very friendly and a lot of good helpful people on here that enjoy playing. You're more than welcome to join us. And yeah, as I say, if you are an admin of a server, or you are a server owner, or you play on single player, if you go to your settings and then you go across to the right hand side, this is the same on PS4, and then click there, you'll see it brings up this option where it says make me admin. You click that button and it'll ask you to enter a password.
Hello.
Hello, nice to see you, how are you? Hello Marco, how are you? Yeah, it'll ask you to enter a password and then that will put you into admin mode, and it will say on the right hand side essentially you are now allowed to cheat essentially, because it's kind of cheating, but it works in single player as well. And then once you're in admin mode you've got cool, it's good to know. Yeah, you've got the admin panel here which has got all sorts of different features on it on the left hand side, and got a menu where you can spawn NPCs or bosses. You've got a list where you can monitor your people on your server. You've got a whole other list on the right hand side where you can spawn all the different items from the game. But this is something to maybe do in a video if people want a video on the admin panel, just talking through the basics of it. It's a bit much to go through now, but one of the other features it gives you is this one. So if you click enter creative, and then if I now bring up a build hammer again and I go back to my menu, as you can see there now, I've now got access to all the different pieces in insulated wood, and the 00 essentially means hello, how are you? Nice to see you, welcome everybody, nice to have you with us. Just having a nice Friday chill stream, just talking about Age of War and what our likes and dislikes are at the moment, what we'd like to see maybe for chapter 2 once that comes along, and just having a bit of a chill really. I'm just updating some stuff on my base just to sort of treasure room out, and we're just talking about the build mode that you can use when you're an admin or you're in single player. So as I was saying there, and the 00 essentially means that I don't need to have any resources in my inventory to be able to craft it. And if I want to copy this wall piece here to put it around this edge on the inside, all I do is look at it and then press the R3 toggle stick. Now this is actually the outer face, but if I put it the wrong way a second, I kinda don't like having that look inward. So what I tend to do is turn this one this way, just so that it kind of looks a bit nicer, I think, with the wood, with the way it works. But that is pretty much the basics of the build or creative mode as it's called. It gives you unlimited access to all the different resources and your unlimited building materials. You don't have to spend hours and hours farming materials just to then put them to a smelter or whatever to craft them, or wait for your carpenter to make them. But as I say, if you play on official or on a private server, you wouldn't be able to do this. You'd only be able to use this if you were playing on, as I say, single player, or if you own your own private server such as this one. Right, so that's pretty much my shape that'll do for the moment. Need to put a roof on, obviously still because the snow's coming through. And just while we're on the subject, if you are enjoying...
The space bar on the keyboard on PC lets you fly in creative.
Yes, that's right, I
Big
believe
box.
so. I believe that's right on PC, yeah. I'm actually on console, it's on PS5 for me, it's double tap X. And yeah, you're quite right, lets you fly. And when you're building like this, it's definitely so much easier. There's nothing worse than being down here and trying to look up at a wall up there and getting it to face the right way. The hours I've spent on official servers trying to build a piece up that high or even higher and getting it to face the right way. Oh, absolute nightmare. Yeah. So we're going to pop a roof on here, but I'm not going to put it right up there.
Right.
Yeah, because that is a little bit too high up. So what I think we'll do is, I'm just going to put it at this height like this here. Whoops, that one went the wrong way. See what I mean? Things always want to go the wrong way. Now it's just done it again. Always helps if you're trying to follow when you get these markers to make everything go the same way. Come on, get down. Always a bit fiddly like this. And that one doesn't matter if they're kind of opposites. Really, I'm not too fussed so long as they're kind of all facing similar direction. There's nothing worse than, say, I've just done it again. I'm not even going to do the demolish, I'm just going to do it that way. Doesn't matter if it's going that way or that way, that'll do. So in here, what we need to do, we need to get our treasure room ready for when we go find some treasure, because what I'd like to do today, I need to also level my horse up a little bit still. And I'll grab a couple of followers because I want to go and try and find some treasure, hopefully, if we can. Possibly not too far from where we are now. Right. So bear with me, I have to remember where this treasure room is. Is it under special? No. Decorations, possibly. Where's that it? There we go. Treasure coffer. Found it. Whoa. Yeah, so all those bright lights you can see at the minute. This is all to do with this, that when you place it in, a lot of people have spoken about this. We get a nice banker that comes with it as well. I'll probably turn this round, just put it down for the moment just to show you. So that's the chest where we can put all our goodies. So we can put gold bars in here, silver bars, gold dust, silver coins, gold coins, all sorts. And then as we do, our friendly little scribe or banker, whatever you want to call him here, he'll make a note of it on that list. So I don't need those bits. I know it seems a waste, but I don't need them, so I'm just going to dump them there. I'm going to come out of creative in moments. Let's just pop back downstairs. Oh, too tall for the doorway.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, not a problem, Robert, not a problem. That's what we're here for. Hopefully if I can't answer your question, I can put you on to somebody that can. We do like to all try and obviously help each other. It's what it's all about, being a community and, you know, fellow creators kind of thing. Right. If we're going to go treasure hunting, we need 2 good fighters. Luckily we've got plenty of people leveled up. Yeah. We'll take you. Behaviour, engagement, get you to go with me. Get you to follow. Have I got any... Oh, wrong end. Have I got any gruel in the fridge? This is the question.
Just sent a share for your stream on Twitter.
Oh, thanks very much. Very, very much appreciated. Very kind of you. I'm kind of, as I was saying before, just getting used to all this and doing this the very, very simple way at the moment. I am hoping to obviously link my PS5 up with a PC at some point and try and run it through OBS or something like that so that I can get it scheduled and have it showing in advance, you know what I mean? Right, just bear with me. I'm going to have to do this way because otherwise this is just going to take too long. So, do apologise. We are just doing this for a bit of fun and just a bit of a chill and a bit of a mess around and explore anyway. So I'm sure you'll forgive me for using this admin stuff. Right, you young lady need that one, and you young lady need that one. And what we'll do, what I'm thinking is, we're actually just here at the edge of the Bridge of the Betrayer, and in the past I've looked in New Azagoth and you can get these, I forgot what they're called now, the Bountiful Treasure Chest or something I think it's called. I've seen those spawn in there, so I want to go and have a look if we can get another one. The only problem is we've got to walk all the way back home with it, and if I jump I'll drop it or anything like that. I can't fight or do anything like that, so hence why I need these with me. So we'll grab Candy, our horse. So you follow. Then just for reference, in case anybody's wondering, the outfit is an illusioned outfit. I'm actually using the full 5-piece Redeemed Legion, which is the better version of the Silent Legion that you'll learn up here in the Black Keep. And it's just illusioned with a mixture of the Acheronian Illusionist, Guernica for the legs, and then the Zamorian Thief boots, and then obviously gold jewellery for the bracelets and the earrings, because I'll be honest, some of the helmets I just can't stand the sight of them. I just think they look ridiculous. Ignore this thing. Been testing out some trebuchets and just seeing what they're all about and how they work. Ready for chapter 2. May not keep them there yet, but just been having a bit of a mess around with them. So we are up here kind of on the edge of the snow. There's the Bridge of the Betrayer. So if we now go up here, where's horse it? What do you mean come here?
Almost all Conan helms look stupid.
Yeah, yeah, don't they? Especially on the females. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I'd rather see the hair and what they look like than some of the helmets that they're wearing. Yeah, I get it gives them the protection, and some people think, where's the helmet? But like me, you can see there, she's got it on.
I hate the helms.
Yeah, that is very true. I agree.
I like crowns.
Yeah, crowns, that's true. That's another one. Right, so where we want to go is, oops, just across here, as we can see there, New Azagoth, but we're not going to take the horse in, because they have wolves in there as well, and this poor horse will just get absolutely mauled by the wolves. And there is actually, if she's spawned...
Is it easy to ride a horse on here?
Um,
The scarce few helms look okay. Vanir medium helm looks good for primal themes, just as Vanir settler earrings.
yeah, that's true, Marco. Yeah, the veneer stuff is okay. That's pretty nice. Yeah, it's yeah, they're all different, aren't they? Different set. There's like, for me, for example, if I run relic hunters or I have any fighters that end up being agility builds, I like to put them in the Stygian soldier heavy armor. And to me personally, that Stygian soldier, I can't stand the sight of it, especially the headpiece. The top isn't too bad. I say actually, because my two bearers that I have both have the...
There is a learning curve with horses, and I spent a lot of time in rocks and trees.
That sounds very familiar. Especially when you're trying to tell them to stop and you're about to ride off the edge of a big cliff. Yeah, definitely. My two bearers are using the Stygian... They're not actually using the Stygian soldier armor, they're actually wearing their actual setup, as these two are. But for their appearance I'm using the Stygian soldier chest piece because that's actually not too bad appearance wise, but the tasset, I think it's called, and the headpiece I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, excuse me. While we're here, I think she should be just up there actually. There's a couple of regular bears and there's also a bear that can spawn a one skull, I think she is, called Misha or Misha, however you pronounce her name. She can drop some daggers, which are called Misha's Bite, which are pretty, or used to be pretty good. I don't know if they still relatively are, I don't know what anybody else thinks. Any of you guys still use those daggers or come and get them? What do you reckon? Do you think they're still any good? Are they still worth farming, or are they kind of like meh, not much good now? Just while we're running up here, if you are enjoying the stream guys, do me a favour and give me a like. It just helps to recommend this sort of stuff out on YouTube to people and hopefully get people interested. Bit of a spur of the moment decision really, I decided last minute. I was on here messing about, so I just thought, you know what, why not? Let's just go live, have a bit of fun, just chill, see what you guys are up to, see what you guys think of.
All the time, that's the only ones I like.
Right, Robert, yeah, I've got you. There are quite a few different ones, aren't there? But yeah, I used to think the Misha's Bite, they're really good on them. Well, they used to be. Do you use the what's it called? The master weapon fitting on them as well, or do you use them without a fitting? Oh, alright, just shooting our horse, so them two are now running all the way around just to go and get him. Oh, horse leveled up just for following me a bit more. Where am I going here? Let me get back up. Too busy watching that archer. Are they still... What are they doing? Come on. They've gone up there as if they were going after that guy, and then I don't have a clue where they are now.
Or it blocked my last chat. Bummer. I used to be a solid two-handed sword player, and I was good. But I don't like it in this new version. I'm only a level 11 right now, so I think I'll just use them the way they are.
That makes sense, that's fair enough, yeah, because I think you do need to be a higher level, because if you haven't learned the Grandmaster recipe stuff yet, you've got to go into the War Makers.
I personally prefer pikes and short swords.
Yeah, Marco, definitely the short sword is brilliant, I agree. I'm actually using an axe at the moment, but yeah, I do like the short sword, especially for the stagger you can do. Definitely. I usually go for that, the short sword and a shield typically. I'm only using an axe at the moment, as I say, because I've just been messing around and just doing some different bits and pieces. Right. Just bear with me a moment now, because we're going to go in here. I'm just going to excuse the cheating again a minute. Normally I would be prepared for this, but as I say, it's a bit of a... doesn't even recognise it. It's probably me spelling it wrong. There we go. I don't like to usually do that. I used to have like things have all prepared really and be ready, and for videos etc. I normally would be. So we're just going to take ourselves out of that and out of that. And then I've got these two set on guard me because I only want them to start fighting if I tell them to, otherwise they just start going crazy and before we know it we'll have this whole camp on us. Okay, let's see if we can pull anybody. Anybody coming? Oh, there we go. Easy. And no, before anybody asks, I don't have the combat settings all cranked up to 10 damage for player and max damage for thralls. That just, to me, that just spoils the whole thrill and fun of the game.
Try to keep the crowd controlled, just one or two at a time. I'm using Axe of the Lion with the Black Tusk shield, having some fun with the fast attacks, then knocking enemies on the ground with the shield.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to do it. Axe and shield, or even a mason shield's pretty cool as well. At least you can, like you say, you can hold the block and you can kind of hold a bit of aggro or block yourself from arrow attacks if you need to do. Definitely does help. Yeah, no, Marco, you're absolutely right. One thing you don't want to do, like I've seen so many people do that first start playing the game, they think, oh cool, a nice huge camp, they run straight down there into the middle of it, and before they know it, dead. You can get absolutely overwhelmed in here, you're absolutely right. Try and do it a couple at a time. Now see again, I could have brought a bow with me, and then I could have obviously been pulling people over from different groups, but hey ho, we'll go as we go. As I say, I'm alright, these two are pretty kitted up, we should be fine. Excuse me. We've just got to hope over on the left there as well that a certain named lady hasn't spawned.
Alternative is to throw a greater rock nose in the middle.
That'd be interesting. I've not actually ever tried that one, a greater rock nose. That must be fun to watch. I'll have to try that one. Yeah. Yeah, so as we go in here, when we go over to the left, there's a little sort of priest spawn that is also shared with another named lady that a lot of you probably already know, or anybody that's new to the game won't know who she is. But a lot of people used to see her as she was there and think, oh, run away quick. But I'm not frightened. Not with these two. With the sort of level they're at and the armour they're wearing, they should easily be able to take her down. She's not as bad as the arena champion. For those that don't know, I'm referring to Ladagora, the daughter of Ymir. And she can hit quite hard too, let's be honest. And she is not an NPC that you can turn into a follower, unfortunately. Alright, so you want to go out there for him because he wants to aggro. But of course you can't get to him, can you? There we go. Right, actually, while we're here, before we go in there, let's go and see who's coming now. Got the battle music, but I don't see anybody. There's probably somebody in that hut. Yep, nobody. Let's see if Misha is actually here. Well, that's a regular bear. I don't think that's her. Or is it? Let's just see. Didn't quite see a health bar in time. Yeah. Oh, ouch. Letting that archer shoot me, I wasn't even watching what I was doing then. Oh. There she is. And just like that, gone. Are we getting them? Yeah, you already saw it. There we go. Misha's bite. Let's pop them on our bar. What do we get now? Misha's bite. Health damage 36. Armor pen 18. Ugh. That's terrible as a starter number for somebody that's new. Obviously, yeah, that's great using them lower in the map where the enemies are very squishy, but is it me or has that been nerfed quite a bit? Do you know, Marco? Has that been nerfed at all? If you're still there? So, now that we've done that, and for those who weren't sure, sorry, where are we? She kind of spawns just on this tip, just where we are at the corner in New Asgarth.
Stop skulking like a Zamorian thief.
Who are you calling a Zamorian thief? You're the one who's
Some
skulking.
useful weapons got a nerf, some others got a buff.
Right. Yeah, Sunshine. You're the one that's skulking, not me. Bye-bye. Did you hear him?
Right daggers got nerfed to hell.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw them and then I thought, Sharptooth, they used to be really good. It's, yeah, some of it I don't get the understanding behind it. I don't get why they've done some of the nerfs that they've done. I do appreciate some of the buffs that they've given to Thralls at least. Yeah, they took a lot more health off them. Sorry, not Thralls, keep calling them Thralls. Friends. We like to call them friends, don't we? Yeah, not great that our friends got a lot of health took off them again. But this one, for example, she levelled up to just over 4,000, which is not terrible. Excuse me, as you can tell. Oh, pardon me, another one just there. So it's not terrible, but it's not as great as it used to be when we heard they were nerfing the health yet again.
Some weapons with cleansing effects or it removed, changed to plundering.
Right, that's interesting to know. They changed some of the things of what some things do. It's like a lot of people said with the Nemedian helmet, that it's not worth getting anymore because it doesn't repair anything. But I think Whack4863, I think he did a video, it was yesterday or a couple of days back, and the Nemedian helmet is still one of the options for repairing things. The only difference is it can't repair legendaries anymore. So to me that's kind of like, what's the point? Because A, I don't want to be wearing it because I'm going to lose my bonuses or perks that I need. Sticking it on a Thrall, they're going to lose a percentage to their damage, be it only a small bit, but they'll lose a bit as well. Yes, it's one of the cheaper ways of repairing stuff, and like you said, repairing things in your own inventory with the resources is definitely cheaper. I do agree with him on that one. But yeah, some of the changes I can't get my head around them. And like when the first little hotfix came out just after the main update, I got quite excited because the first thing I did, I logged in. I thought, have they finally made the elephants visible again? So of course I got myself into admin, flew over to where the elephants are. Were they showing? Where the heck? Still invisible. Another hotfix a few days or whatever it was later, a week later or whatever. Still nothing. It's like, what were these hotfixes actually for? I get there's other things that are broken and problems, but I don't know. It's just, I don't understand it. Right, so in here we want to check all these little huts as we go around, because this is where I've seen the bountiful treasure chest, I think it's called, that I'll have to carry out of here, which is why I want these two with me, so they can guard me. Because we walk very, very slow. So we'll get them to take him out of the way. And I don't think it's this one I've seen them in. Anything useful in here?
On chest spawns randomly in one of the huts.
Yeah, I thought it was. I remember. I did
I
actually.
saw it by the hut with the chieftain.
Right. Thanks, Marco. I'm glad you're here.
Also got one by the altar.
Cool. Cool. Good to know. You know, it's so nice to have somebody else who's so knowledgeable about this game and knows so much as well. Reminds me that I really don't know as much as I do think I do. But we've all got to learn somewhere. We've all got to start somewhere, haven't we? So yeah. So what are you guys all playing on at the moment? Do you play on official servers or unofficial servers, or are you single player? What's your main sort of version that you play on at the moment?
I play my own servers and UGA servers.
Yeah, definitely. I know I knew I remembered you from United Games Authority, definitely. Yeah. See you in the chat there quite a bit, Marco, and sharing your wisdom with everybody,
UGA
which is
servers
awesome.
and personal maps.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. This is why, like, when I first, well, I say first started playing, when I first started doing
But I'm
YouTube.
building for a contest in a personal game.
Right. Oh, well, good luck, good luck. Yeah, when I first started playing, say first started, but when I started doing YouTube, I know I didn't have to have my own server, but I decided to get one because it kind of twofold now. I do have people that play on there. People I don't know, obviously personally. There are a couple of friends I know that play on there. But I also have people that I don't know that play on there. So it's open for people to join, and a lot of my videos that you see that I do are actually recorded on my server. It makes things a lot easier because of the admin access and the cloak and god mode for being able to be in camps like this and do intros or outros for videos and not get murdered, as the saying goes. Excuse me a second. I've just realised I've taken myself out of god mode and, amateur that I am, not bought myself any food out. So we just need to quickly sort that one, and then some excuse me. Alright, tickle for some reason.
My friend Chunky Bill from YouTube is the one that got me started playing this game, and gave me your information so I can watch you to learn.
Very nice, well that's good to know, good to know.
And I would like to thank you for talking with me, and I'm going to step on the side so you can talk to more experienced people.
Oh, don't worry about it, Robert, don't worry about it. This is what the idea of this is, that, you know, it doesn't matter how much we know or how little we know, we're all in it together, you know, and I'm sure anybody that does know more than I do would be more than happy to obviously share their knowledge with you and explain things, because there's people here, I'll be honest, like Marco for example, who already know a lot more than I do. I'll be honest, I'm definitely no expert in this game. I know a little bit about building, but I'm no building expert, and I certainly don't know every detail with it.
Game on the Steam weekend. Must say I feel like I missed out. Loving it so far.
Oh, good to know, Stephen. Well, that's good, good. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be saying that, although it has its problems and it's got its issues at the minute, you know, people are still enjoying the game, and I think if...
I'm still learning new things.
Yeah, aren't we all, Marco? Yeah. Yeah, Stephen, it's, everybody's learning, aren't we? We all had to start somewhere. I remember when I was such
I play a lot more in Sicta than the Exiled Lands.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough, Marco, fair enough. Yeah, it's when I first started out, Stephen, somebody else introduced me to the game and probably didn't explain as much as they could have done, and it was PvP we played, and we gave up in the end because we just kept getting raided so easily, and they didn't really know what they were doing, I didn't know what I was doing, and it just got crazy, so I decided to switch to PvE official, and like you and like many other people, I started watching YouTube and got watching a few really good YouTubers who sort of helped me into the game, like Angar for one, and you know, to give us authority, Whack4863, just to name a few. Big shout out to them, because they all kind of gave me a lot of help in the game, and also gave me the sort of boost to think I wanted to do something on YouTube, but I didn't know what to do or what game to cover, and they kind of gave me that encouragement and support to, you know, if you want to give it a go, why not do it, and never looked back since, and we're doing really good at the minute, and trying to get to that 500 subs by September, looking like we might possibly get there. We don't know yet, still a little way to go, but we're getting there. You know, all the comments and the questions and all the support is gratefully appreciated. When we get to the 500 subs, we'll have a lot of new features available that I can offer to you guys in ways that you can be able to support me as well, which would be very much appreciated. But the way you can obviously help at the minute is by joining these streams, watching the videos, giving it a like if you're enjoying it, sharing these videos and the streams with people. It's very much appreciated, like I say. And if you guys do get, you know, things you want to know about, like video ideas or anything like that, let me know in the comment section, and if it's something I can do, I am a little bit restricted compared to PC because obviously this is console, but there's still quite a lot we can cover and we can do. Let me know if you'd like me to have a look at it, and we'll definitely do our best to try and come up with something. Do have a 3-part series coming up shortly. Just done the first video today, where we're kind of, from one of the comments that I had asking if we can talk about the different factions within the game, so like Defari, Dogs of the Desert, etc., and sort of the different tier fighters, 1, 2, 3 you can get, and how they compare, and sort of touch on the Cannibal Brute a little bit. Oh, and another wolf. Hello. Yeah, I can hold a shield up as well, look. Clever, isn't it? Come on, take this one out, please. Thank you. Now, for anybody who didn't know or didn't realise, what she did there, that NPC, how she stood holding her shield up like that, just blocking me. If I gave these two, or one of these two, a one-handed sword and a shield, that's what they'd do most of the time. So you'd send your follower, your friend, to go and attack somebody. They'd run up, they'd both be stood there like that for ages, just holding a shield up in front of each other, deciding who's going to hit first, and by that time they're getting hit in the back by somebody else, or shot by another archer. Hey Angar, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing good.
Cannibal Brute is supposed to hit like a train, but has low HP. Is it better to use a high damage multiplier for all?
It's a tricky one, that one, Stephen, because at the minute, yeah, a lot of people are saying it, and you can actually find it out, probably find it on Wiki actually. Yeah, the Cannibal Brute does have a really high damage modifier. I couldn't just tell you the number off the top of my head, but I know people are saying it's actually a lot higher than Delincia. But yes, they do have very low HP. I've actually got...
Never give shields to follow raids. They will glitch into eternal block, and will interrupt your attacks.
Yep, exactly, Marco, exactly. Total waste of time. Yeah, Stephen, the Cannibal Brute, I say...
And Ritualist Consolo Arena Champion.
There you go, you see. Solo the Arena Champion. Oh, you can even do it yourself. With literally just a short sword.
Giving them HP armor, and send them to flank.
Yeah, that's true. I was just going to say, I've actually got one at my base at the moment on here that I've just put in the same setup as these, and I've actually leveled up today and just kind of ended up with a decent little bit of HP.
Followers can use attack boosting armor and set them to take the aggro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're definitely a tank. I know a few people have said recently we need to watch out, though, don't we? Because I think it was Whack 4863 said it. We don't know if that is a permanent thing with them being so good. Obviously they are low HP, so they're probably not that reliable when it comes to coming further up north like this, but you know, they may survive, I don't know. It could be a bug, or it could be an actual deliberate thing with them, who knows, but I have tried her out today, like I said, Cannibal Brute, and I've got to be honest, I do find it kind of interesting, and it is kind of good. They do hit pretty hard, so I've given her a mace as well. I'll show you actually when we go back to the base from here. She does do okay. I've not brought her up this far, but certainly up near the summoning place and around that area, she definitely does hit pretty hard and does have a decent bit of HP. But I think Angar's even said it, haven't you, Angar, if you're still there? Obviously I've got Berserkers at the moment, but give me a Delincia any day. The way my setup works, with the things I've got on them and the buffs I can give them with potions and food and the weapons they have, a Delincia and a Berserker or...
defense rating armor and daggers. They do reduce damage, so fast dealing bleed is their weight in the Tiga.
Right. Oh, hello. Give me a Delincia any day. We're in here that long, the first people are all respawning. What are you going to do with your big pokey stick? Absolutely nothing, that's what. Yeah, give me a Delincia or a Berserker any day. Cannibal Brute were good, and don't get me wrong, they do alright, but to be quite honest, I'm still like, give me a Delincia any day. The way mine's set up, I'm not afraid going anywhere. The way mine is, the way she hits stuff, and she barely takes, or even I've got more than one, they barely take any damage. Because to be honest, whatever they're hitting is dead before it even does anything to them.
I see that argument a lot.
Yeah, two-handed weapons are pretty good on if you use the war party build like I'm doing
Tools are
here.
easy to get, and can carry the player through all of New River and up to the den without problems. Yeah, Berserkers or Delinciers are more versatile for me.
Yeah, see, it's just other people say, oh no, you've got to use the cannibal brute, it's got to be that. And don't get me wrong, that's entirely your choice, that's exactly up to you, you know, if that's what you like, and they work for your playstyle, that's entirely up to you. I did try out when they first did this, the one follower, where they get the plus 20 to everything. Pretty good, but for me, what's the point of 20 points in agility when you're using a strength build NPC or follower like these are? And as Angor has quite rightly said a few times, if you've got the one follower build, as soon as you get them to follow you, you've got to stand there ages or give them heals to wait for them to heal up, and it takes forever.
It's going to sound like a dumb question, but I still haven't gotten a thrall. How do you do that? Mace supply Sunder, which reduces armor and can knock down humans. Greatsword is an AoE weapon.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Yeah, Stephen, I think it was, to answer your question, you need to use a truncheon or a friend maker stick, as we like to call it sometimes, and or even now you've got the purple lotus orbs, which I've got to say are amazing, which are another thing we'll have to look at sometime. I'll show you how they work, because you can throw these purple lotus orbs down and you get 0 aggro, and your soon-to-be friends fall asleep, and you can just use a fibre binding rope, so fibre binding or a leather rope, whatever you've got. You attach it onto them and take them off to your base, to your Wheel of Friendship, pop them in the Wheel of Friendship with some gruel, and then over time, depending on what level they are, they will then become your friend that you can place in the wheel, just like these two lovely ladies here. And obviously can be males as well, that's the same with most of them, so berserkers, any of the main fighters, relic hunters, still okay, probably not as great as they used to be, but they're alright. I do have a couple actually still. And obviously Leon, who is a tier 4 guaranteed name fighter, who you can find just up here at Leon's watch. He's pretty beefy, some people will say. I don't use him purely just because I prefer to have the female companions. Don't know why, just do. Right, let's carry on having a quick look around here, and then what I think we will do is we will head back, and I'll quickly show you the cannibal brute for one thing as well. We'll have a look at that, show you what level she sort of got to, and then we can see where we go from there. And just creep in a minute because I'm wondering, is it? No, it's a priest, I think. Yep, see, look at that, look at her just stood there with the shield up. Yeah, he, I should say, sorry, not she. See, I only took a minuscule bit of damage there. Yeah, I know Angor's going to be telling me off now if you're still there, aren't you? Where's your bow? Why are you not pulling them with a bow? I know. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
For ruins to grind up thrall XP, lots of skeletons in the back.
Nice, yeah. Another good place once you can get to Sepamaru, which is right over here on the left of the map. All these blue little cogwheels you can see. Really, really good area for all different crafters, depending on what you need, and your set priests, for example. And there are, let me remember, 1, 2, 3.
For your help, I will try it.
No problem. Also 4 guaranteed Taskmaster spawns in Sephiroth, along with fighters and archers, dancers.
If you can travel to the jungle, the great apes and pink shoebills give a lot of exp and are easy to kill.
Yeah, another great place. Yeah, the jungle, definitely. Another place, like I agree with Angor, it's another place I don't like. I don't go very often, to be honest. It's alright, but yeah. Another one I'm finding at the moment is, with my setup that these have, because I'm able to build it for them at endgame level, is to come down here next to the silver mine, kill a few of the scorpions, and then come up along here, go into the unnamed city and take on some of the skeletons and a couple of the bosses. But that's alright, obviously, if you're at endgame and you can make endgame weapons and endgame armour for your followers. But yeah, if you're just starting out, if you're a new player, don't get too carried away to just want to run all the way up the map here. Sort of stick this area. There are also some undead hyenas that kind of spawn around here, around the sinkhole as well. They give a decent little bit of XP if you're trying to level up a thrall. Just make sure you give them either...
I just reached perfected steel, so I have to be a bit careful.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just be really careful what you're doing, just take your time with everything. Oh, I didn't realise you were here. Hello. No, he didn't want to have a go, so that's fine. Oh, who's she fighting out there? Somebody's fighting out there. Where are they?
Hiring people at Sephiroth is easy, once you get the purple lotus swords. Just don't enter the prison.
Yeah, definitely. The ones in the prison are pretty much a waste of time there. They used to have okay-ish health if you wanted some extra people for your base, but yeah, they pretty much nerfed them to heck now. If I had to choose between a prisoner or a relic hunter, it'd be a relic hunter any day, even though they've been nerfed like they have. So yeah, this is where that priest was stood. Ladagara can spawn here as well. So just be ready for that if she does. Doesn't look like... Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Doesn't look like we're going to get one of these chests today. Unless I'm not quite looking in the right area just yet. Well, I'm sure it used to be these first ones where I found one in the past. Like... in here, unless I'm missing it and I've walked right past it, but I'm sure I've found them in here before now. Like there. Doesn't appear that there is one. Let's just double check. Oh, I had somebody pull a shield out. Where is it? Oh! Oh, she, I should say.
Spawn point is random, and just one in the settlement at a time.
Yeah, I thought it was, Marco. I thought it was on it.
Home of the chief.
I thought it was only one. Yeah, I thought there'd only be one at a time. I didn't think there'd be more than one. I thought that was a bit OP. Home of the chief, is that this one in front? Marco, the hut in front of me? I can never quite remember. Missed. Although he didn't even try and hit, because look at that. All he did was run straight up and dodge. Who else is coming? Come on. Oh, you are, with your shield.
Have a chance to spawn the treasure chest.
Yeah. I thought it was the ones at the side. Just checking here because you never... How are you going to do with your pokey stick? I've got a shield, mate. Just like... Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? Whoa, look at that. Overhead swing, one hit. Oh, excuse me. No. Nothing in there that we're really interested in. Hello. Let's just have a look in here, because we never know. No. Sorry. The apologies for my awful singing there. The Conan battle music, when you play it all the time, it kind of gets stuck in your head. Speaking of remembering things, make sure I eat and drink a little bit. Right, let's go check. Could I go in here? Yeah, I think we already cleared this one, didn't we? Yeah, we already did this one. What we did, we're running circles now. Right, let's get back up here, and then let's go. Oh, hello. Yeah, you tried. You tried. Right, so we're not having much luck here, guys. I'm not bothering picking all of these resources up because I really don't need them. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Where do you come from?
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Nah, it never is. Never is. Yeah, yeah. Come on then. Where are you? I just been laughing and giving all that cry and nothing. Can't even touch you. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember where it was. I think I did see one time. Marco, correct me if I'm wrong. Side of, I don't know if it was these stairs or one of the others, but I'm sure I saw one.
All good spots to farm a T4 carpenter.
Tier 4 carpenter. Ooh. You may get one in here. That can be a pretty
Sorry,
good
Bug,
one.
Curry has just arrived. Catch you later and have a good stream.
No worries, Angar. Yeah, enjoy, enjoy. Thanks for popping in. See you on Sunday. Sorry.
Curry sounds delicious. If you don't mind staying close to the starter area, hit the like button, folks.
Thanks, Angar. Cheers, mate. I'll see you on Sunday. Yeah, sorry, we just said, yeah, this area can be, but as you can tell, it's a pretty tough area.
On Fugra stand, the camps spawn all the T4 types of crafters.
Yeah, there you go, exactly, Marco. Thugra stand, that's a great place for them. You can get them in Separu as well, but Thugra stand is a great one. Definitely.
The camp by the hand of the maker can spawn every type of crafter.
Hand of the maker, there's another one, yeah. Okay, mate. Do you know, I'm so glad you've come in, Marco. Don't know where I'd be without you. It's very, very much appreciated, your wealth of knowledge. Thank you for helping everybody. Makes this a heck of a lot easier.
I can see you, Exile.
You can see me, can you? Well, we can see you as well, mate.
Summoning place can spawn carpenters and armorers too.
Yep, that is true. Oh. And the summoning place you can get your
Excellent. Time to break out the friendship sticks.
That's the one, the friendship sticks, yep, yep. We don't call them truncheons or wheel of pain. Nope, 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 we don't say those words. It's the wheel of friendship. And the friendship sticks are the friendship makers. Yeah, absolutely right. Right, I might come back here later, actually, just so that we're not spending our whole time just wandering around here.
No clothes.
Spinebreaker's flank can spawn armorer, blacksmiths and taskmasters.
Yep, Spinebreaker's flank, that's another one. There are 4 guaranteed armor spawns in Separu that are guaranteed. Not necessarily a guaranteed named, but they are a guaranteed armor spawn. And also...
I'll have to go now. Best of luck to you all.
No worries, Marco. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Very much appreciated with everything that you've done. Thanks for all your help. Maybe see you in Angar's stream, possibly. Oops, that's a wall. Right. So I'm just going to run out of here now. course the guys at the gate will be back again. Get them to deal with these.
Make me hurt you, wanderer.
Right. There's our trusty steed waiting down there for us. So yeah, I'll have to come back at there at some point and see if we can get another bountiful chest. It is a shame, but that's the way it goes sometimes. It's pure luck as to whether they spawn or not. There are a couple of mammoth spawns here, as you can see just there. The big woolly mammoth, if you kill those, they will give you thick hide and exotic meat, or exotic flesh I think it's called. And they'll also give you elephant hide, even though they're not an elephant. They're kind of an elephant, so they'll still give you elephant hide. So if you can't get up into the cold snow, it's going to be right into a rock. Into the snow yet because you haven't got proper cold weather clothing, and that's a great little spot to come to kill them. They do have a bit of armour, they do take a bit to kill, but they're not too bad if you've got a decent follower or a couple of decent followers with you. Get them to take them out and you'll be pretty much laughing. So what we will do is now we'll make our way back home. And then excuse me, could be running into all the rocks, just like we were saying earlier. I think it was Stephen that said it, wasn't it? Constantly running into all the rocks and the trees, just what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Oh, hello rock donkeys. Yeah. Yeah. Not interested. I'm going the wrong way here, aren't I? I'm going back out where I've just come from. Yeah.
Playing single player ATN. It's an official but it's sporadic. I need a lively server to mess about on.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to play official when I first started playing, and then I found another unofficial server to play on that I've kind of played on at times. I've not played on there for a little while actually, but kind of with my YouTube channel starting to grow like it is, and obviously wanting to do work on here and kind of be on the server in case anyone joins that likes the server, obviously. And this is where I do all my videos, so I like to be able to do my research and find things out, plan for videos, etc. So it's personal preference really, whether you want to be on single player or if you want to be on an online server or an unofficial server that somebody else owns. They're all varied. Beauty of the unofficial ones is that people will change the sort of settings, so like your XP gains can be increased, or stamina can be reduced, hunger and thirst can be reduced, all those different things.
Definitely prefer playing with a community. Not a mad fan of PvP though.
No, I agree. I don't like PvP either. As I say, that's what I used to play when I first started, and we'd just get absolutely dominated all the time. This is PvE. Excuse me, this server that we're on. If you are on PlayStation, be that PS4 or PS5, if you are interested, you see the details at the bottom of the middle of the screen there. Connor's chosen. That's our beginner friendly server. If you want to take a screenshot of that, I'll leave it up for a second. Do feel free to join us if you'd like to join that server. We do try and help out new players. We just have a few sort of simple rules that we just ask people to follow and just kind of respect, just to keep it fair for everybody. As I say, we do have a few different players that play on here now at the moment, which is really nice. Oh, that's one of my relic hunters there, and then her partner, if you will, is that one there.
Sadly I am PC, though I might nick the wife's PS4.
Shh, don't tell her, she'll never know. Yeah, these are both using Stygian Soldier. As I say, I'll just show you there. Can't stand the look of that headpiece. So they're using Stygian Soldier and a Star Metal or Dragonbone Katana. And the appearance is just these Zamorian Thief boots, Zamorian Thief tasset or pants if you will, and then the top is just the Stygian vest, and then obviously earrings for the headpiece. Let me just pop the horse away in the stable. Come here, horse, come on. Alright. So I'll pop the horse away in there. These two can keep following me for a minute. I'll have to pop them back where they stand, so I know where they are. Also, one of the cool things I do like with the new age is these banners that you can customise. Show you the station for that inside when we go inside in a second. So if I come up here, takes them a minute or two to run into this
I like
bit.
the Lemurian armor on female thralls, but the mask is ugly, so they usually get earrings.
Yeah, I agree. The mask is horrible, isn't it? Yeah, like we were saying earlier, some of the masks and things that they have are they're just hideous. They're just they just do not look nice. Obviously, they're not supposed to look nice, are they? They're supposed to look fearsome and like warriors, but to me, I don't enjoy it that way. So I'd rather them look nice like this. And also remember, when I put them back, to put them back on attack all enemies, just in case anything ever gets in here, not that it will. If we go over here, this is my cannibal brute.
As wide shut, Dan, way of the warrior.
Not quite sure what you mean by that one, Stephen. But, yeah, so this is the cannibal brute that I leveled up earlier. She's wearing all the Defari armour, and of course there's the Defari Watcher mask. As I say, she's using the same setup that my thralls use. I just gave her a mace. I haven't put a fitting on it yet, or she's not got the plating on her armour, but she's using the Redeemed Legion helmet, the Void Force Dragon rib, Godbreaker grips, the Champion's legs, and the Hyperborean boots. I'm not going to say the remainder of that name, but you can see it there. And then this is what she ended up with her stats, and as you can see, quite decent health there, just over 3,800, and then her damage bonus for strength 57, pretty good HP bonus, so she does alright. Because I didn't want to obviously rule it out, even though I had a lot of people saying Cannibal Brute was the best. She's kind of got decent health compared to a lot of these others. Not too. Yeah, that is a decent one, that one. There's lots of different perks that they can end up getting. There's all sorts. Some of them you'll read and the description will be the same, but the name will actually be different. It'll be called something different, but it'll mean the same thing basically. Strong Arms is a really good one. Quite a few of my Berserkers, and I think Delincia has that one as well. Speaking of Delincia, she's one of them. Obviously I've changed the name, as you can see, but that's what she came with. They are her sort of boosts that she got. She got just over 4,000 health, so actually not too bad at all. And although her strength weapon damage bonus there is only 48, if I give her one piece of salted pork and get her to eat it, and then give her a Black Lotus or Grey Lotus potion, combined that's extra 30%, so that'll take her boost up to 78% damage, which is just crazy. So her teamed up with another Delincia like this one here, similar health, similar stats, again a little bit less health though, but two of these teamed up, or one of these and a Berserker, is absolutely amazing in my opinion. If you're going in the Unnamed City, give them both a mace of some sort. Like this one is called Nortis, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, and that's got the master weapon fitting on it. And this you can get from this dungeon here called Clayel Stronghold, or the Warmaker's Sanctuary. And there are 3 mini bosses. Just as you go in there, you get past the first white skeleton boss, and there are 3 mini bosses that you need to kill to get the statue from, because you have to put a little statue into a big map room, like a slot on a big map room, just inside there, to obtain a key to the inner sanctum to get to just the dungeon. And the first of those 3 mini bosses has a chance to drop that particular mace, so she's got that. And the other Delincia has a Tellus Sorrow, which is a 2-handed sword from the Black Keep. So I don't know what you guys think. Does anybody want me to go over to Clael's Stronghold now and just run these through it and just show you the first 3 mini bosses and how you get the key for the inner sanctum? It's quite a big dungeon, but let me know if you want me to go over there now. I can easily set these 2 up and we can teleport over there. It's a bit quicker, and I can show you the...
This is content I've not reached yet, so I'm game.
Yeah, cool. The skeleton boss that you kill up first is called the Gate Guardian, and he has a chance to drop an axe called the Axe of the Great... Put my teeth back in. Axe of the Gate Guardian, which is another 1-handed axe similar to this one. That's the festering one. This is from the Unnamed City bosses. But yeah, he has a chance to drop that. Just give me a second. Oh dear, right, sorry about that. Just got an awful tickle in my throat that came out of nowhere. Oh dear. Right, so we'll get these 2 to follow. I don't know why I've just run all the way around when I could have gone up the other steps, but we'll go back in here. And we'll pinch your gruel off you. And we'll pinch your gruel off you, because you're not going to need it. And we'll come back out here. That's one of you. Where's the other one? Let's give you that. We don't need that stone, and we don't need that. I don't know why I've got that on me. Where's the other one? Oh, you're here. Give you that. Now, just excuse me while I'm going to teleport. This just saves a bit of messing. But we're just going to teleport over here to Clael's Stronghold. So I think what we'll do is, we're at 20 past 8 now. We've been on for about an hour and 20. So we'll do this bit of this dungeon now, just to show you how this works. It shouldn't take us too long, to be honest. Hey. There we go. Oh shit, nothing now. Oh, there's another one there still. Right, so this is the entrance here. If we go in here, what I may do, if any of you guys are interested, about the same time next Friday, 7 o'clock, we'll do another little stream. And we'll come back in here and I'll do an actual full run of this entire dungeon, just so you can see how it all works if you've never run it before, and show you where the arena champion is, who is somebody you can either choose to fight or ignore, depending on what you want to do. And it would appear we have somebody else in here from the server. Looks like they're having a bit of trouble. Oh dear. Whoops. Whoa, looks like he did actually just kill them. No, leave me alone. So we'll get them to deal with them. Whoever that was that just died should spawn back at the door. Hopefully. Yeah, if I'd just been a second earlier, we might have been able to save them.
Just
but
in time to watch someone get murdered.
I know, right? What a time to jump in. Who is it? Oh, hello. This is one of our Friends, if you just excuse me, we'll say hello. Did this guy drop his axe? No. We'll let them do what they're doing. What you want to do, so that's the first boss, that is the Gate Guardian, and he will potentially drop the axe of the Gate Guardian. And then if we hook a left here, I'll show you this first. There's 3 little things here, so this one, and this one. We'll need to put a little statue figurine in it to gain a key for the inner sanctum, which you get from 3 different mini bosses, one through this door, and then there's 2 other doors exactly the same. So we go into this one, and we'll send those 2 in first. They don't want to fight for some reason. Now they do, there we go. Not too difficult, these bosses, but that first guy, as you could just see there with that person, that guy can hit quite hard. So we'll let them do their thing and take all these out. That's that one, and then what we want to do is go into here. This is your first boss, this is the Warmaker. This guy is the Warmaker. You want to avoid his hits because if he hits you he can hurt. Whoops. And these guys here, as you can see though when my screen is flashing, they will actually put corruption on you, so you want to be careful if you let them hit you. And what you're looking for, oh, I don't believe this, I think you just dropped it first time. That statue. Right, go on. Whoever else watches Angar, if there's anybody else in chat that watches Angar, go on, say it. Streamers look. Go on, I know you're going to say it, I can hear you all typing it now. Streamers look, got noticed first time. Yeah, well there we go. That is the boss that drops it, which is the mace that one of the 2 Delincias there is using, and most of my berserkers.
It's a fiddle.
I'm not using any cheats, honestly, look. Can't have mods, there's no mod showing on the screen, this is console.
That's my least favourite dungeon.
Yeah, I used to be terrified of this dungeon when I first started playing this game. I used to think it was so hard, because back then when I first started playing I didn't know the right armour to use for myself, I didn't know what armour to give my thralls. Sorry, doing it again. Friends, I didn't know what to give them, what weapons to give them, what food to use, and oh. Excuse me, yeah, it was horrible, it was terrifying. Now it's pretty much okay. If you play on our server, if you are in the stream, if you play on here or you know anybody that does, you can always message me. If you want to run through this dungeon, I will quite happily run through with people that play on the server, it's not a problem. I pretty much know this dungeon quite well now to get through it, and as you can see my 2 followers can pretty much take anything on really, really easy. Now this is the archivist, or the archivist, who is the guy from the Wheel and Cartography in the Unnamed City. So that is him, and he gives you a book and his statue, and this book can vary on the effects it gives. That one gives follower damage, as you can see, you just click on it and that would give you that. Actually, let's test this out then. Don't know if this will work for 2, but if I use that, that should now have, no I don't think it does. I think that only gives follower damage if it's a solo follower. Well again, he typically always just drops that book with his little statue. I was farming in here earlier today, about an hour or 2 before the stream, and every time he dropped his statue, all he dropped was one of those different books. Hence why he's the archivist. And the last guy, and these 3 are all main, like big known people within the lore of the game. So the Warmaker, which is where we're in now, and he isn't the boss that we'll fight at the end, he's actually the Warmaker's champion, but he is known. And the last guy that we're going to fight now, the Priest King, he is actually a boss out in the world that you can actually defeat. A little bit of lag there for a second. How are we doing on time here? Almost 8:30, so about another half an hour. We'll wrap things up about 9 o'clock. If you haven't already, guys, do me a favour, hit the like button, share the stream if you are enjoying it, leave your questions and your comments down below at the end of this stream. Anything you'd like to know or any tips you can give. We want to build a nice little community of people who want to help each other out and who enjoy the game just as much as we do, and it doesn't matter whether you're on Xbox or PS4 or PS5 or PC. With the way the game is at the moment, we all have a slightly different experience with it. We all find different things, we all discover different things, but let's all do our best to help each other out. Hey Bulwark, how you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for your comment on the vids, by the way, very much appreciated. Hope you're well.
Hi.
There he is, Priest King. So we're going to send them two in. And as you can see, we've got two good followers like these, or even one good follower. Excuse me. Right, so
Face with smiling eyes.
his statue, and he has dropped another axe, which is Yog's Touch. I actually got one of these earlier again as well. This one is corrupted, so that's the effect it gives, is corruption, and it also does shield smash. So I don't like really using weapons that have got corruption on them, but there are people that do. Like I said, this is a very good one. Eat and drink. If I ever forget, will people do me a favour and remind me to eat and drink if my bars happen to change, because I do forget to look up at the top left sometimes, so that'll be very much appreciated. Yeah, Axe of the Lion is another good one-handed axe if you ever get one of those. And Glimmer Moon, that's another good one. And if you go to Mechcamosis Spire, the merchants are still there for Major Sorcerer, and you can actually still buy.
I found yesterday I can't place an elevator under a certain number of foundations.
Ah, that's unusual. Do you mean under it as in like directly under? Like you're trying to put one under it, or you're trying to attach it to the actual foundations, like a foundation tower? Right, so where we need to get to, we'll go a bit further since we've got a bit of time. We need to get in that door there. And in order to do this, this as you can see is essentially a big round version of this map. And what we want to do is we want to put these in the right place. And the ones we want is...
Can T attach if I don't have like 8ish foundations high?
Right. That is very strange. So you're just building like a single foundation tower and then trying to attach the elevator to the top of it, and it won't let you? Like it won't attach onto the side of the foundation tower? Is that what you mean, Bulwark? So there's our key in a sanctum.
Yes.
Ah, that's interesting. We'll have to have a look at that. So actually,
I think it's a bug.
yeah, are you on console or are you on PC? So this is the next bit of this dungeon. Right. Yeah, I haven't noticed that on console, but I know what you mean, how it can be fiddly sometimes when you're trying to... You've got it in your hand and you're aiming it at the side of a thing to attach it, and I get it when I'm trying to attach it in between some foundations, like, or a ceiling piece. It's a bit finicky to do, but that's a new one that it's... Yeah, it won't let you attach it to a tower. Have you thought about putting ceiling tiles around the other three sides, all the way around first, but then leave a space out where you're wanting to put the elevator, so you'd essentially have a ceiling all the way around the top, but then a gap where you want your elevator to go, and there'll be a ceiling tile either side of your elevator. Try and see if it'll attach that way, and then as long as it attaches to the foundation, then remove the ceiling tiles if you don't need those in there. Maybe try that way. I completely missed all them hits then. How bad was that? Yeah, no, I was just going to say, when you come in here, be very, very careful. If you're in a very weak armour, like medium armour for example, those spikes, when they trigger, they'll hurt me a little bit, but if you try and go over them, they will hurt you quite a bit. And there's also like gas bombs.
To climb Fingerfang without fixing into stamina.
Is it possible to climb? That would be a very, very interesting question. There are a few little ledges, I suppose you could call them. You might be able to, if you can get a stamina potion or a food that helps boost your stamina, maybe do that. Or if you've got armour that gives you increased stamina, preferably light or medium. Probably light would be better, because obviously light armour is lighter for you. Or even put a bedroll.
3 times and really don't want to respect D.
Right. Are you doing it even with any sort of armour, or are you removing all your armour completely so that you're not weighed down by anything? Other than that, without specking into grit to obviously increase your stamina, or using a food or a potion that boosts stamina, it's a little bit more tricky now. Yeah, I've not actually tried it since the Age of War. But when I did
opened the crevice and made a room on the ledge, and wanted to use elevator instead of stairs. The height was like 4-5 foundations in. Stripped off naked face with tongue, I might hunt out some stamina armor. Tried a bunch of methods and couldn't make it work.
Right, that's weird, bulwark, because yeah, you can obviously build in the... Did they change it that you can't build in the... Is it saying you can't place it? Or is it just like, is it saying overlapping another object, or building's not allowed here, or is it just literally just not showing you the clear image for placing it? And yeah, Stephen, to answer your question, I'm not really sure, other than trying to climb it bit by bit on a certain side where you've got like little ledges. You climb so far up, stand on the ledge, get your stamina back, go up a little bit more, get your stamina back. It's a very, very tricky one, that one now. What I might do is do a bit of research on it, and I'll try and...
Find the placing location.
Yeah, it's got to be a bug then, bulwark. Definitely. It's got to be a bit of a bug, that, for PC. Yeah, it's a mystery on me, that one. Yeah, Stephen, I'll do a bit of research on that, and then I'll, hopefully if I can pretty soon, I'll try and put some stuff together. I'll try and have a look tomorrow, even if I get a chance, and if I can put something out tomorrow, if that'll help.
Try and build a tower of 3-5 foundations and try placing an elevator, please.
Yeah, absolutely, bulwark. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll try and have a look tomorrow, Stephen, if I get a chance, and if I can put a quick little video out of maybe the best side to maybe climb up on, if it's possible, and the best way to do it, I'll let you know. If it can't come out tomorrow, I'll try and do it in the next couple of days, definitely. Not a problem. Right, so we won't carry on through there. What we'll actually do is, let's go and have a look at this for bulwark and try and figure out... I know I've put an elevator in my base, but that's inside, but that's not attached to foundations as such. Let's go... Of course, the Gate Guardian's back again.
I'm guessing you're too low level in sorcery to fly up. Not now, man. Don't worry.
I'm not actually... I haven't actually done any of the sorcery now. But if you completed the sorcery, yes, you could use the bat demon, or whatever it's called, the demon that you can summon. That could be a way to get you up if you're able to summon that. Look at that. He didn't drop it for us, to be fair, the first time when we killed him, so we can't say that streamer's luck this time. That was a second kill and he
I
dropped it.
forgot about the Nurgle summon.
Yeah, they
Fiddle.
yeah, I'm not sure if that'll work, whether it'll come in and if you can get it to climb you high enough and then drop you on the top. It is quite a small area. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Trying to think. I don't think I've been to Fingerfang Rock yet, or have I? No, I don't
Stephen,
think.
try the right side of the finger fan. There are a bunch of
Right.
edges.
Yeah, that is very true. Let's just quickly have a look at this. Hopefully I don't land up the top and they'll land with me. So yeah, Fingerfang Rock, if I am facing the correct way, should be right where we are, so it's this one, isn't it? So what? Obviously it's going to be difficult for me on here because, not difficult, but I mean obviously because I have stamina lowered on this server, so people don't take as much sort of stamina
Go on the
loss.
south side.
Behavior. The way I did it, I think when I did this, you've got to get all up there, so I would probably see if you can get up here a little bit, and then you've got a ledge.
I wonder if you could even ice bridge over to it from the other peaks.
That's
Golem.
That's true. You might be able to. I don't actually have any of my sorcery or even my staff with me to try that, but that's an idea. You could potentially even do that, yeah. Now you see there, that's quite a steep climb. So you could come, like I say, if you play on a server that has the reduced stamina cost, it's probably pretty easy. But yeah, if I was to then go from here, my next nearest bit would probably be trying to go from here. Now for me that's going down a lot lower by stamina, but we're just doing this to have a look for you really, just to see if we can kind of see. Now yeah, my stamina's not quite down to half, yours may have gone at this point. So if I jump into that creative
This
mode
is
a minute.
where I fell, just not quite enough to make it.
Right, well let's have a look for you and see if we look all around. Let's see if we can see a better spot. Another option is to bring a build hammer and materials with you and try and obviously build to it. Now somebody said, yeah, it's if you could get up onto this easy enough. So yeah, you could probably climb onto that, and then it's if you've got the stamina to get there and then get up to here. It's whether you could get the angle to get an ice bridge up there is the question. This used to be a challenge in the past. I mean, it's even, yeah, obviously I can imagine now even worse with the stamina. So yeah, if you went to here,
You should be able to find at least some climbing gloves in the chests in Sephiroth or the den.
that's a good point. Yeah, climbing gloves would probably help. Climbing gloves or climbing boots, they would definitely help you. So yeah, it's a case of if you manage to get to this, it's then getting across that. Could possibly try this bit to here. If it let you stand on here possibly. And then kind of up there. It's going to be tricky on that lip there, that's the problem. You could go there, so you rest on here. And then you're going to have to more or less again then get the stamina to potentially go here. And then up. up and over this, and then yeah, because you need to get all the way up here, don't you? To this guy who is here.
Guild loves grinning face with sweat.
Yeah, you definitely would, and if you're afraid of heights, you got vertigo when you're up here. I'll tell you what, when I actually did this on another private, well, unofficial server I played on, I spoke to this guy and thought, oh great, now I've got to get down again. This is going to be fun. And yeah, tried to sort of slide a bit, grip a bit, slide a bit, grip a bit. It was a bit scary to say the least. But I got down just about. Hello to anyone who's just joined. Nice to have you with us, hope you're well. Just checking out some different bits and pieces in the Age of War, seeing what's new. Right, so that I will have to do some more investigation on, and we've just about got time before I go at 9. Let's just nip back to base a minute, and we'll get these lovely ladies to just stand somewhere. And let's just have a look for bulwark. What happens with this? Obviously that's not hurting me because of me being in the creative mode, as if I wasn't, that would hurt like heck, so to speak. So we'll get you to just stand there. Where's your partner? And you to stand there.
Quick way. Placed all my stuff in a chest. Dropped to bedroll. Climbed up. Then dropped to my death and respawn.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's another way you could do it. I suppose as well if you play on a
Grinning face with smiling eyes.
unofficial server that also has no drop on death, you could do it that way, because at least if you fall off and die you won't lose any loot at least. Right, so let's just see if we go back to our building pieces. Let's just use sandstone to keep it simple. 1, 2, 3, 5, come on, 5, 6, 8. Excuse the horrible noises as I'm landing. Let's just go elevator, and then we want the elevator vertical, and we need a spot for it on our bar, of course. Let's put it in that one. Right, so it's not going to let me do it there.
Yeah, use the normal.
Yeah, seems to show there that it's going to do it. Can I go, whoops. Yeah, I can't go any higher. Unless that's on the top, is it? That's not on the top, is it? No. See, that was 8 high, and at that height I couldn't reach to put it on the top one.
It works.
Yeah, it kind of worked there, but when I want it to go on that very top one, for the height I'm at, it won't let me go up one more layer. So I'm essentially 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm essentially at 7 there, so I'm not actually even up at this top bit where I want to be. Yeah, let's have a look. Where's my...
I have a base in the roof of a lost city ruin, and I had to attach it to a ceiling piece.
Yeah, that's true. I've had to do that in the past with things as well. What am I doing? Trying to remove that. I didn't want that ceiling.
Try destroying and place from 4 on top.
Yeah, 4 on top. Right. This is what I was meaning about a roof. Having tried doing that way. So if it's a solo tower, that you put them around like that first. Excuse me. Oh, come on. Alright. How is it going to take it up there? No. Oh, there we go. Right, it doesn't want to go on my tower in the middle where I want it. But it'll put it on that. So it doesn't want to go here for some reason, but it'll take it on there. Now it does if I'm up here.
That's how I did the ceiling base lift. I
Right.
couldn't place it even with a ceiling. There you go.
Right. Yeah. That is very, very strange. So now if we 2, 3, 4, let's just get rid of all that, and let's just say we were doing it in, say, a smaller base. Well, I'm not going to fly up because I don't. One there, one there. Let's just say that's the roof of another floor that we've got in the base. Let's just say we're slightly below our ground level. No, that's the wrong thing. Bringing the hammer up again. Elevator. Yeah. So I probably need to turn it round. Obviously I can't, I'd have to climb to normally delete that. As obviously being in the creative mode you can obviously fly to it, but if I was doing that the normal way, I'd have to climb up to delete that, and it's done it there. I'm wondering whether it's a stability issue, although it shouldn't be because you're trying to attach your elevator.
Make a video.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Because it seems funny that at 1, 2, 3, 4, let's call it 5 high because there's a little one underneath. So 4 to 5 foundations up with the ceiling around it, it'll put it on. But when we were at 8 high, it didn't want to know. So let's just confirm that. So at the minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think it's still attaching to the ceiling tile.
It could well be, yeah. It very well could be. Let's just try it like that. Oh no. Or is it? Yeah, it could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have we gone up 8 there or 7? 1,
My
2.
selling base in Zelhar is about 12 foundations up. Seems fine.
Right. And I said put those ceilings in there and it put it on. Does it drop it if I get rid of these? No. It's there now. So it's holding it alright now. Now obviously you wouldn't necessarily have it like that because if that's to get up to another part of your build which would be behind, all your base could be here
Sounds
behind it.
funny. Where under 8 foundation stones let you place on foundation.
Looks like it, doesn't it? So if we didn't count our base one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that did it, and it's still there once I deleted the tiles. So if we then delete that, wrong thing, let's add one more, just to say, now I know I'm flying here so this makes it a bit more thingy, so yes it's lining up when flying. Obviously if you're trying to do it from the ground as I am, it's not going to go far enough, so what you might have to do is you'd have to also climb, well I can just do it like that, is climb your tower and then maybe line it up like that, and that went on first time. Now I don't know if that's to do with stability or what, but that seemed to work fine, obviously if you're placing it from the height of where you want to be. And of course this is the slow elevator, so it's going to take forever and a day to go down. Yeah, if you weren't here earlier, these trebuchets here, 'cause I'm just having a look and a mess around with them, ready for chapter 2. just to see how they're going to work. Possibly a future video coming up soon on them, so stay tuned.
Smiling eyes.
So that worked then. So I don't know whether it's a stability issue or whether it's a height issue that it just doesn't like it if you're trying to do it from the ground, whether you need to be on top of your tower to clip it on, or whether, like you say, bulwark, whether it is a bug with the game at the minute. Wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. It could possibly be. There's a lot of...
Let us use agility thralls on trebuchets to defend against Chapter 2 purges.
Yeah.
I will try again tomorrow.
Yeah, fair enough. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you're still having the same problem. Yeah, as I said earlier, I have 2 relic hunters here. So this one, as I say, she's wearing the full Stygian soldier, which is the heavy armour, and she's got the bolts plating. Got a bit of a boost to her strength as well, but that kind of doesn't matter because I was happy enough with the perks that she got. And then she's using the Dragonbone Katana with a master weapon fitting. So she is an agility based.
Chapter 2 needs to hurry up. Purges at my teleport bases are annoying. D.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And hopefully we get a lot more content and it gets more interesting with Chapter 2.
Perfected heavy is better, also takes less resources.
Yep, definitely. Perfected heavy padding, and I also say it in pretty much every video because I can't recommend it enough. If I just come inside here a moment. If you're at endgame and you can craft these stations, you want to get yourself, especially for crafting your armour, this bench, the Garrison Armourer's bench. Takes up a big corner like that, and it comes up to this one, and as I said in my tips and tricks video, little 2 legs there, this is the basic improved armourer's bench, and then this is the main one, the Garrison, which is there, and if you just put them side by side they look quite neat. But yeah, this is the best one for cost reduction.
Effective armors from the Grandmaster Armourer Journey.
Oh, yes, that's a new thing as well, isn't it now? Yeah. Yeah, the perfected stuff from that as well. That is very true. That's definitely something. I've been trying to get that one. I think it's to unlock the perfected heavy armour. And my journey step won't... I think it was to unlock a certain piece of knowledge, which I've done. And it won't progress to the next step for some reason. It won't recognise that I've unlocked it. So that's another one that's obviously bugged at the minute, which I'm a bit annoyed about because I wanted to do a video including the perfected heavy armour. But yeah, any armour that you make as well. Garrison Armourer's bench, Garrison Blacksmith is your best one. Yeah, 1 second. So yeah, use this bench. Also the Garrison Blacksmith, great for reducing the cost of making your weapons.
My was all wearing Barokan for the bonus health, working on Vladforged Dragon Gear. The journey step.
Yep. Very, very cool. Yeah, I'll have a look at the journey step in a second. Just to go with that bench, I always use the Shieldrite Armourer. So that's the named armourer with the shield symbol there. Just to give you the most armour value on your armour sets that you make, whether it's for you or your follower. It doesn't really matter. So let me find this journey. I'm sure I completed it. Oh no, I know what it was. I need to do them again. Bulwark, I just remembered before I had to wipe this server because of a lot of bugs and problems, and we've done a fresh start. That was on my previous save. I'd done this initial part of this and then got on to the next journey that it unlocks after it, and it wouldn't progress it for some reason. So what I'll do is I'll do all this excuse me, I'll do all this again off camera and I'll see if it works this time. Try and do it for next week and let you guys know. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, just had that horrible tickle once again. Yeah, I'll look at doing another stream next Friday again, 7 till 9. And I'll try and get that armour journey done again for then. But anyway, that is just about going to do it for today. We're almost at 9 o'clock. That's my 2 hours that I was planning on doing. I hope you found this interesting. Hope you found some things useful in it. If you did, hit the like button. Leave your questions and comments down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And until I see you guys in the next one, I shall see you next time. Thank you everybody for joining in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your help. And yeah,
Slightly smiling face, liked and subscribed.
good night to everyone. Thanks again. And until I see you in the next one, it's goodbye from me. Take it easy, guys.